Okay guys, so let's just dedicate 2 videos for the image because I want us to start with the image. At least that one has a little more functionality than the rest of them. Okay, so what we're going to do in this video is to preview the image before uploading it to the server. I'm going to show you a quick demo of how that works out. So I've created this, so I'm going to show you how it works out. Okay, so this is the default image that will be there. You might choose to download a placeholder to be there, as the default image, but I just wish to go with this one. Okay, so I'm going to click on choose file, and that should open up my directories for me to choose a file. So I'm going to choose the third one, this 3.jpg, and I'm going to click on open, and you're going to see the image right there. Okay, so now we've gotten the image before uploading it to the server. Right now the image is just there, it's not in the server. We're just like live previewing the image before uploading it to the server. So that's the same functionality that we're going to apply to our website. Okay, so let's do that. So back to my code editor. Before the form, okay, right in the form we're going to add some attributes there. So run at will be equal to server, so we want to run it in the server, and the next one is the enc type. Okay, so without this enc type we won't be able to submit the image to the server. So multi-path / form data. Okay, so that's the attribute. All right, so once that is done, right where we have our image, in the image tag we're going to add an onChange event. So onChange, we're going to read URL, and it's going to take in one parameter, which is this. All right, so that's it. So let's create an image. So I'll just apply a break and have the image with the source is going to be a £. The class is going to be image rounded, and the alternative is going to be image to be displayed here, and the final thing that we're going to do is to add the ID. Okay, so ID of img. Okay, so let's save and see what we have so far in the browser. So back there, and I'm going to refresh, and we should get this broken image link because we have no image. Okay, so we have image to be displayed here. Okay, all right, so let's write that function. Okay, so after this callback function that we had right here, this title, I'm just gonna minimize that. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna create a new function. So the function is gonna be read URL, which is gonna take in the input. Okay, input. All right, so after that we're gonna write an if statement. So if input, why can't I type? Okay, input the files, and that means if there's a file in the input, and we're also going to check if the file is not empty. Okay, so input files, and we're going to go with the 0. Okay, and let's do that. Okay, so we create a new variable. So let reader be equal to new. Then we're going to have this class which is predefined in JavaScript. So reader, and before I forget, before this can run, we need to add a dependency to jQuery. I think our footer is having a dependency to jQuery. Let's check that out. So under our pages, our footer.php, I'm going to check that, and hopefully there's a link to jQuery. Okay, so we have jQuery right here, which is up here. Okay, so it's working. All right, so once that is done, just have a semicolon, and let's say reader dot is having some properties. So unload, so that's one of the properties, is going to be equal to a callback function, and we're going to pass in the events, so e, and let's go with it. Okay, so the first thing to do is to use jQuery selector, which is going to select our image tag, our image ID. Okay, so that's the ID that we added right here, this image. Okay, so it's going to select that with our jQuery selector, and we're gonna add an attribute to it. So attr for attributes, we're gonna add the source src, and the source is gonna be the target. If you don't understand, it's fine. After, you can go over it and just recap yourself. Okay, so target.result, and we have the closing tag of the function right here. Okay, so after that, we just say reader.results, sorry, reader.read. Okay, so read as data URL. So this is the method. So we're gonna add the input. After the input, we say files, and we add that 0 index. Okay, so hopefully this should work out. So let's try that out. I'm gonna come back and refresh, and we're still gonna get this image to be displayed here. Okay, so let's choose a file, and I'm gonna choose another different image this time around. I'll go with this second one. Okay, to the JPG, click on open, and hopefully the image should display. Okay, so it's still working at the background, and we have the image, but it's large. So okay, it's large. Let's just reduce the size of it. Back to the image, I'll just add a width of 100. Actually, let's just go with 150, and the height also of 150. Save, come back, refresh. At least we know it's working. Okay, it's just that the image is still large. At least now we've reduced it. So let's choose another image this time around. Where is the scroll bar? Okay, so I'm gonna click on choose file. Sorry, and that should open up my directory. Okay, so let's choose another image this time around. Let's say for the JPG, click on open, and we should see our image right here. Okay, so you can see that the image is displayed. So I'll see you in the next lecture. Okay, bye.